Who could possibly resist the urge to hide under a warm blanket in the dead of night and immersively watch a wilderness camping trip in -20-degree snow? Listening to the dry firewood crackling fiercely in the flames, watching the blizzard swirling outside the shelter. This is absolutely the ultimate premium white noise for adults. Tonight, please dim your phone screen, slow down your breathing, and let us briefly escape the city together. We are heading deep into the uninhabited snowy mountains to find that long-lost peace. Through the howling wind and blinding white mist, a man in a heavy blue mountaineering jacket and a blue backpack trudges through the deep, unforgiving snow. Following closely at his heels is a large, loyal, light, yellow dog. They navigate past massive boulders coated in thick rime ice, the dog occasionally running ahead to scout the treacherous path. The environment is desolate and freezing, but their pace is steady. Eventually, they discover a natural sanctuary, a massive rock overhang forming a shallow cave. The man immediately sets to work, using a shovel to clear away the surface snow and loose debris. To make the space livable, he drops to his knees, wielding a small pickaxe to relentlessly chip away at the frozen, sandy soil beneath the rock. He alternates between the pickaxe and the shovel, tossing mounds of dirt to the side. At one point, he encounters a massive, stubborn boulder buried in the earth. Holding his breath and using every ounce of his strength, he manages to pry it loose, rolling the heavy stone out of the way before carefully brushing away the remaining loose dirt with his gloved hands. Knowing the biting wind will be their greatest enemy tonight, he begins constructing a defensive wall. He hauls heavy, jagged stones one by one, his breathing heavy as he stacks them meticulously at the edge of the overhang. To ensure the wall is entirely windproof, he shovels snow, mixed mud, and packs it tightly into the gaps, stomping it down with his boots. But he doesn't stop there. He wades out into the deep snow, kneeling to pack and roll a massive snowball, carrying it back to the shelter. He uses the snow just like cement, rubbing and pressing it deep into the stone crevices to completely seal the wall. The large dog stands nearby, curiously sniffing and watching its owner's architectural ingenuity. With the exterior secured, the man heads to the nearby bushes, snapping off dry, dead branches. He gathers them inside the cave, clears out some old dry grass, and finally sparks a fire. As thick smoke billows out, the flames begin to rise, and he eagerly reaches out his freezing hands to soak in the warmth. He continues to dig and level the floor, tossing out frozen chunks of earth to maximize their living space. For a final touch of protection, he rolls another giant block of snow, placing it firmly on one side of the entrance as an additional windbreak. Now it is time to turn this cold rock into a home. From his blue backpack, he pulls out a thick red and black plaid blanket, spreading it out carefully beside the fire to create a cozy, wind-sheltered resting area. He doesn't forget his loyal companion. Sitting on the blanket, he uses a folding knife to chop up some dry rations, feeding the dog in a white plastic bowl. Then, he takes out a sharpening stone, hones a long knife, and skewers a thick sausage on its tip. He holds it over the dancing campfire, the meat sizzling and turning a rich, roasted brown. He eats his simple meal, rubbing his hands together, his face reflecting a profound sense of calm. To seal them off from the brutal night, he hangs a floral patterned blanket across the entrance like a curtain, fastening it from the inside. The shelter is now a warm, glowing haven. He pokes the fire to keep it roaring, pours steaming tea from a black iron kettle into a metal cup, and drops in a few sugar cubes. He sips his hot tea, organizing his gear for the night. Outside, the pitch black wilderness is consumed by a violent blizzard, heavy snow illuminated only by the faint beam of a flashlight. Inside, the firelight flickers softly against the stone walls as the man and his dog lie side by side on the plaid blanket, sleeping peacefully through the raging storm. When morning comes, the man pulls back the floral curtain, stepping out into the pristine snow-covered world. He takes down the blanket, packs his blue backpack, and picks up his shovel. With his faithful dog right beside him, he steps back into the deep snow, walking slowly toward the vast, howling wilderness, ready for whatever comes next. If you had just one chance to escape the city, who is the person you would most want to bring along to sit inside this snowy shelter and listen to the sound of the falling snow? Leave their name or the words you've always wanted to say to them in the comments below.